Welcome back to Zwartkops and some more action now from the Extreme Festival. The regional categories have certainly come out and have given us some great action so far. Expect more of the same now as we head into our next category of racing, the Car Care Clinic 111 Sports and Saloons. "38 cars coming to do battle here today, and that is going to turn things around here big time in the Car Care Clinic 111 Sports and Saloons. We've got lady drivers, we've got guys who have been around for a long time, and we've got some new rookies coming to join us now. But it's Wouter Roos who's going to lead things out as they head down towards turn number 1. Alongside him, watch out for Kevin Miller as he heads into turn 1, under pressure, and already gets a tap. Oh, Adrian Dalton and Miller coming together there, and the Ford ST Focus goes straight into Mercedes, who ends up in the kitty litter. Kevin Miller with a big mistake down into turn 1, just getting late on the brakes and getting a little tap, I think, there from Dalton. But the race continues down into turn 2, and look at that. Mercedes already back in there and squeezing out Van der Vijver in the Subaru. Rob Portman, how's that for a start?
Yeah, Greg, I was just about to say 38 cars into turn 1 and turn 2 at Zwartkops do not mix. And it came there. Here's the replay, just getting tagged, and all kind of carnage just broke loose.
Wouter Roos very lucky to miss that because the ST Focus came straight across and nearly hit the back of him. But you can see Kevin Miller now with a damaged car having to return to pit lane, and that looks like that might be the end of the day's racing for him. So that's going to allow Wouter to be on the front row by himself. Side by side will be Economides and Dalton as they head across the line for the restart. Great drop off the line there for the Nathan's Motorsport Golf as it heads into turn 1 with Dalton on his tail. Economides sporting not a Golf 1, a car that he normally drives, now out in a 328i and just developing that car now for 111 Sports and Saloons as they go down towards turn 2. It's Louis Scholz around the outside, side by side there with Peck, who's tucked in behind Mercedes. There comes Lucas Mercedes as well. Oh, and Dirk Lawrence, who stepped up and changed allegiance ever so slightly. He now joins us in 111 Sports and Saloons in his very fast little Honda Ballard. Issues there for the Lexus. Looks like Mercedes got some problems as they came onto the back straight. There's no worries at all, though, for Gerrit Henning. Henning is applying massive pressure onto the back end of Economides, and all of a sudden we've got a four-way battle here for third place.
There's got to be carnage going at the top of the hill, turn number 5. Or do they all keep it nice and settled? Yes, they do. Brilliant driving there so far. But Wouter Roos is the man out front. Donnie Daisel right in the mix there as well. Ishmael Peck, George Bezadenote with that slightly damaged car. I wonder if he's changed the oil in that Nissan Primera just yet. It's been about 20 years in the same oil there, but doing an incredible job. Number 1 car, you can see the damage there from that incident, the first part of this race, but starting to get comfortable and making his inroads now to the front end of this field.
And he's under attack there from Masters. He's under attack from Peck. The two of them looking dangerous, looking to go either side of him and get through. Economides in this 328i now all over the back of Dalton. Dalton has not been able to run with Wouter Roos, who's just disappearing at the front end. Here comes a maneuver though. Donnie Daisel sees it coming and goes defensive. Henning had no choice. Had to try and go on the outside line. Not the ideal line there for turn 2. But he gets good drive and see if he can stay there. Further back through the field there. The 119 machine coming through and having a big dive on the inside. And that's Wayne Lebotsky taking on Verity Joubert. And great to see Andre Diedrichs in the Alf Trans Cooper S.
There's Mark Kingsmore making the move on the inside there of Richard Hodgson as they come through turn number 2. Good battle starting to form all the way through the field, and 38 cars. You'll see that a little bit of carnage at the top of the hill there already. Cars going left, right, and centre under the problem. Car number 23.
Philip Mayer in the Porsche having some issues coming out of turn 5. Didn't quite go according to plan there, and he's had to pull to the side. Oh, Simon's out as well. Paul Simon changing back to the Golf as opposed to the caddy he had. That wasn't a good move. Paul Simon is out of it, and you see the Zwartkops and Kyle Army Marshals running across there to assist him. Get that car off the circuit as quickly as they can as Philip Mayer pulls into pit lane. Coming into the back markers now. Oh, this is going to be dangerous. With 38 cars on the grid, and now in the mid-pack and midway through this race, Wouter and Dalton are going to have a lot of work to do to get through the traffic.
Now Wouter looks like he's made it through there clean and okay for now at the top of the hill. Turn number 5, our leading driver comes through there. Oh, car 119, that's Wayne Lebotsky that's gone out there, spinning out. Oh, and he's right in the middle of the track on the line. So there's going to be some carnage at the top of the hill there. What an action-packed first race for our car clinic, 111 Sports and Saloons so far. But look at this Dalton now right on the tailpipe there. Wouter Roos, he goes very defensive into the final turn.
Kaylin Miller pulling into pit lane as well, unfortunately, in her Kia. Looks like a Fiat Uno to me, but it's actually a Kia. And the checkered flag comes out. Wow, Dalton very nearly getting up the inside.
Oh.
And it's not over yet.
What is happening?
Got there. Watch out. That looks like, was that 93? Yes, it was. And it's definitely not the 93 we used to see.
Mark Marquez.
Yeah, Mark Marquez having to take evasive action through there. Wasn't quite where he wanted to end up. But as they come through there, Flores Stopforth very lucky to miss that car. The checkered flag is out though, and a great opening round here for this Car Care Clinic 111 Sports and Saloons action at Zwartkops. Roos taking it from Dalton, Economides beating out Henning, Besaidenote, Peck and Lawrence beating out Donnie Daisel for the top 8. And we are so lucky that Car Care Clinic is the sponsor of this series, because there's a lot of care being taken to some of these cars now after some big damages in the first heat. And look, they've just changed the oil.
Finally.
George Besaidnout's car.
Finally, and doesn't look like Miller's going to make it out for race number 2. That car, very second hand there. Like you said, a lot of cars getting panel beaten. I think I'm going to bring duct tape and start selling it here at the track. I'm going to make myself a nice little bit of Tom on the sideline there. I've got nappies to buy.
Right, here we go. Once again, Voterus leading things out as the lights are about to go on. Yo, they held those lights a very long time. Performance Masters Golf going through there, and already some action from the inside of turn number 1. Compendium Insurance Corner, and you can see, where are you going?
We were waiting for it.
That was massive. What was Henning thinking? Henning just came across on Besaidnout. Besaidnout had nowhere to go. Something must have broken on Henning's car. Look at that. He is on the side of the roof. Oh, that is a big moment down into turn 1. Yes, safety car board is out. Thanks for that, Marshall. Just double checking that we saw that. But you can see coming through there, little tap on the back there from Besaidnout on Henning. Henning hits the wall. I've been on that wall. I ended up just to the left-hand side. I didn't roll over like he did. But Henning has rolled over completely. And Gerrit Henning out of this one after an incident into turn number 1. There you go. All the marshals put it back onto its wheels. And unfortunately, I don't think that car's going to restart. Pretoria Nur Toyota pulls in. It's now up to Voter to try and catch Economides and Dalton out. Dalton looking very dangerous. He cannot overtake until they've crossed the line. So look at this, Voter about to drop the hammer. Economides going to do the same thing. He's got a very fast Golf normally, but he's got an extremely quick 328i as well. And taking on Dalton in that extra shoes Golf 1 is not an easy thing to do.
And there's a Silver Dream Racer car number 1, George Besaidnout coming through there. He must be thinking changing oil in that car has just caused him nothing but bad luck. He's trying to make his way through the field there, sitting about 5th or 6th, going around the outside. Good move there so far on Wayne Masters. Not going to make it stick, but that car, after all that panel beater work, starting to look very second-hand again. Wayne Masters, our leading Class B driver, mixing it right up there with the A's and the X-Class drivers.
Yeah, X-Class right on their tail. That's Dirk Lawrence in there. Zoe panel beaters and JDM tuning Honda Ballard. Good to see. It's nice to see all the field putting a little bit of work in, a bit of effort in to get these cars looking really tasty. And it's a nice effort there from everybody in 111 Sports and Saloons. Whoa, Dalton getting through on Economides, and here we go. Peck is all over them looking for a way in there. That's a very fast Honda. That 328i is under big pressure now from Ishmael Peck as they head down under braking for turn number 8, GNH Transport Corner. Besaidnout just losing a little bit of ground there, and there's a move from Lawrence on Masters. X versus B. And looks like the Class X man just going to be able to get through there on Wayne Masters, but Masters going to keep him honest as they go into turn 1.
Yeah, Louis Scolt's currently running second in Class B, a little bit further behind that battle, but out front, Adrian Dalton, that's exactly what he needed to do. He cannot allow Voterus to get comfortable at the front end of this field. He still knows, like as in race number 1, you're going to come through those back markers, and that's going to throw a huge spanner into the works. So he's got to make that move early, and he's done it.
Deirdrick's having a look on the inside, trying to get through there on Flores Stopforth in the 9-3. Nice little effort there from him. Probably the sexiest looking car out there, I've got to say, from a point of view of this class. It really is a great effort. Look at that. Look at it. Very, very tastily done as they go through turn 4, Volkswagen corner. The Volkswagen losing out, though, to the Cooper S as Deirdrick dives on the inside on that Cooper S. The Alptrans car having a super run here, and he's a man to watch out for as that car gets quicker and quicker.
A little bit further down, leading in Class E, Mark Gregory just ahead of Marius Lotz. That's a little bit further down. That is for 26th and 27th places. So we've got good dices happening all the way through the field as expected. Here we go, George now trying to hold on to the top 2 drivers there just ahead of him. Adrian Dalton, Voterus is starting to check out at the front end.
Stopforth diving on the inside, trying to find a way through there, and does on Veritian. Veritian had no answer coming back there, and then you've got Deirdrick tucked in behind them. You can see it's a really awesome little battle. Andre de Toy just behind that as well. Leonard Archer coming through for a little bit of fun and games too, but at the front end, looks like Class C being led out by Archer at this stage as well. So he's not too far off the back of the Class B contenders, and he'll have to watch out because it's very, very close all amongst the 5 classes we've got racing here today.
Yeah, Chris Smith leading out in class number D. He's in a good battle there, a little bit further back with Michael Freyd. That's for 23rd and 24th place. Oh, running wide into turn 2. Car 120 and Mark Gregory, our leading Class E driver. A little bit of a mistake there. So easy to do, especially coming in between now, the battle that he's in. Checkered flag time, though, for Voterus, and he has gone untouched in this heat. What has been another action-packed start for the Car Care Clinic, 111 Sports and Saloons, but untouched at the front of this field. Exactly what he would have wanted. Not too far behind is Dalton, but just left it a little bit too late.
Yeah, I think Voter's just rolled out ever so slightly in the dragon there as he comes across the line. No worries at all for Voter. 2 wins on the day. Dalton will come through. He'll be happy with 2 second places. And Economides, a big turnaround there for him in the new car coming through for 3rd place. Ishmael Peck was there in 4th place. That's the top 4 in Class A. Dirk Lawrence takes Class X in 5th. Class B goes to Wayne Masters in 6th ahead of Louis Scoltz. And Batis van Jaarsveld in the top 8. Let's catch up with our class winners there. Voterus and Wayne Masters.
Very happy with the performance of the car today. The team did a great job. Just a bit hectic in the racing. Both races were Class A guys made a lot of nonsense in turn 1. Managed to survive that, so it was really a question of surviving and staying on the black stuff today. It was a great day and a great result, pole and 2 wins.
In the first race we had a safety car incident, which pulled me back into the pack a bit, and the same happened with an accident on the first corner in the second race, which brought out the safety car again for 2 laps. But overall, an awesome race. And thank you very much for Graham for giving me a car that can do this.